Welcome back, everybody. Today is October 29th, which means it's day 29 of watching a different horror movie every single day until Halloween. And today, we're watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Now, this movie, despite being made by Netflix, isn't actually on Netflix yet. There are only a limited number of screenings right now, seemingly only in IMAX theaters. So, I took a trip to my closest IMAX theater, grabbed a ticket, a bucket of popcorn, and sat down to witness one of the most beautifully tragic movies I have ever seen. And I'm not afraid to admit it, I teared up a few times. In all seriousness, between this and last year's Nosferatu, Gothic horror is alive and thriving again with these classic monsters. I'm glad I loved it because Guillermo del Toro has been trying to make this movie for years. He even called Frankenstein the culmination of a journey that has occupied most of my life. With such an extensive list of past adaptations of Mary Shelley's novel, one of which actually kicked off this month's marathon, it has huge shoes to fill. So, how does it do? First thing I noticed, the sets and scenery are pure works of Gothic art. Combine that with the operatic score, the poetic dialogue, and this is exactly what I want from a proper adaptation of Frankenstein. The camera here rarely sits still. It glides around the characters, letting you live in this world. And the actors performing these characters? Oscar Isaac's Victor Frankenstein isn't just a mad doctor raving about conquering death the whole time. Instead, his obsession turns once it's been achieved. Then he's portrayed more like the abusive, distant parent, which actually aligns much closer with Mary Shelley's original novel. Jacob Elordi does play the role with a quiet innocence, though honestly, he might just be a little bit too handsome for the role. He looks more like the cover for a gothic romance novel than a monster from one of the most influential horror stories ever written. But under all the gothic spectacle, at this movie's core, it's a story about the bond and the pain between the creator and the creation. Themes of humanity, identity, neglect, and responsibility all hit that primal emotional nerve that makes this story so timeless. It all builds to a tragic, emotionally, and genuinely beautiful final product. This movie might go down not only as one of the best Frankenstein adaptations ever made, but as one of Del Toro's magnum opuses. The only issue I had was that at one point, everything the film had beautifully shown us suddenly got spilled out in dialogue, and it kinda ruined the mood for a second. Even with a runtime of almost 2.5 hours, in theaters, it never once dragged. I can't wait to watch it again when it hits Netflix, or better yet, grab a physical copy for my collection. That's it for today. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen it? What'd you think about it? And join me tomorrow when I take a look at Damien Leone's Terrifier 3.